Hey everybody, and welcome on back to some more Nightmare runs where I'm going to tutorialize things and explain in painstaking detail everything I'm doing. So welcome to Tanglewood Drive on Nightmare mode. I've upgraded a couple more things. We're not close to getting another prestige, but when we do, I'll do another one of those tier 1 runs where I show you how to play the game when you have basically nothing. But look at my beautiful van. We've got so many nice things now. Look at this EMF. As soon as I get you tier 3 headset, that night vision goggle, I'm gonna be so happy. So what's the game plan? Well, we're in nightmare mode. First thing we need to do, get the breaker on and find hiding spots and what our cursed object is. Alright, we got that as a hiding spot. And we have this as a hiding spot, so probably gonna be running away to over here. No music box, no mirror, no tarot cards. There's our boner. Hello. Thank you. No monkey's paw. No voodoo doll. Don't have those for hiding spots. Meow. We have a basement breaker. No summoning circle, which just means... Oh. Hello? I saw that EMF. There is an EMF down here. You can't lie to me. It beeped for a half second. Alright, let's get out there. We pretty much know where the ghost is. We got the bone. We know our cursed object. That's pretty much everything you want to do when you first come in. Now we set up our evidence. We're going to grab a camera, dots, and a book. And set up in the basement. What would be a fun ghost to get? We already had a Diogen in our weekly recording. I don't know what I would want to see. I mean, Diogen's always fun. Mimics can be crazy. I don't see orbs. I'm gonna drop this here. Book here. Dots here. I'm going to wait for it to sweep out and then pause it. There. It's pretty good coverage. Let's get some more stuff. We want to move quickly. We don't know how much sanity we have because that thing in the van's broken. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm probably around 85 right now because I walked around in the dark for a little bit. So let's get this stuff for collecting evidence. We can get finger prints on the coolers downstairs. So even though we don't have windows or doors for it to readily get, we can still get fingers off of that. Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Well, that's 2 EMF 5s, which also rules out Mimic. We can check these coolers, like I said. And then check the temperature. Where are you? Are you here? How old are you? Where are you? Alright. Well, one piece of evidence down. We got the EMF. Let's get some safety crucifixes in there. And then find out what our optional objectives are. Because if I can get a perfect investigation bonus, I want to get a perfect investigation bonus. We also have the new photo system now, where we can delete photos. So I've got the bone, I got the Ouija board. We're definitely going to go for a ghost photo if we can. We've got our EMF. I could get some salt in there. I feel like my camera is floating in the air. I don't think I quite dropped it on the ground. Let's get a second dots. I don't think it's entirely necessary. A second book and a crucifix. If I had to guess, I'm probably around 75% now. We haven't had an event happen yet. But if we do, I want to be ready to take a picture and not be scared for my life. Alright, let's put this one here. This book here. Again, we're going to stop this like so. And now this whole floor is covered in dots. Where are you? Are you here? How old are you? Where are you? Alright. I don't think it's that. What's our temperature? It's getting lower. I look in freedom units. I'm gonna move this to cover over here more. Now that we got this one in the back. There we go. Now that's good dots coverage. Oh yeah, you're up on the stool. Amazing. Pretty fantastic. Okie dokie. Well, let's get some salt. We can use salt to get UV evidence. So if it's a UV ghost, we can get that done. And also we could rule out Wraith with that. So that's good. Let's get a couple of you, one of you. I'm going to put a light in my pocket. And we need to escape a hunt and prevent with a crucifix. Well, that's good. Jesus will be with us. He will stop all of the monsters. The ghosties. You are still doing EMF 5s back here. There we go. Alright, well, I'm going to put a salt here. One at the steps. Oh, it's already stepped in it. I see no feet. I'll put one here as well. Again, no feet. So first of all, you're not a Wraith. And we know you don't have UV, so you can't be an Obake. Because Obake has forced UV. So we can rule that out. I'm just going to put more salt down. In case I need to do backup pictures. Then I know I can get these ones. Alright. There we go. In that case, why don't we sit in the van for a bit and see if it's Goryo dots? Because I feel like if it was regular dots, I would have seen it in the basement already. We've been down there a pretty long time and we have full coverage. So if I come out here to the camera, I'm going to be pretty certain it's Goryo dots. The fact that we haven't gotten our second piece of evidence makes me think that it has to be something like that. Let me put this on the side of the screen and pull up our journal. Like so. We haven't had an event yet, so it'd be hard to say there. We could still have freezing, I guess. It could have just been slow on that. For a lot of these other ones, I could start moving items out to better get like ghostwriting and stuff, but well, I've not seen dots yet from you, buddy. Let's see, we should prevent an escape. I could do that with my trusty... Oh, I've already got a lighter. Oh, I've still got the camera in hand. Like, why? I've got my lighter. Oh, that's taking up my spot. No, they fixed that. No, I've got a camera. I forgot to drop camera. Is that another EMF 5 back here? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna drop this here. Freezing? It is freezing! Alright. Jin Shade Oni twins. Jin Shade Oni twins. Alright. If it is the twins, then during the hunt, it'll be either slightly fast or slightly slow. If it's an Oni, then when it blinks during the hunt, it's going to blink more rapidly. The time it's invisible will be much shorter. If it's a Shade, it can't hunt while I'm in the room with it. And if it's a Jinn, it will go fast when we're far away from it. So the only place we could really do that is here. where we can have it come up from the basement and see us and come for us. So I think the best way for us to set up this this hunt test is for us to basically pull the Ouija board out, ask it a question, or maybe force it to break, and then go from there. What I'm beginning to think, though, is that this is a shade, because it keeps doing things when I leave the room, and then when we come back in it, it's doing nothing. And if that's the case, because I would be in the room with the shade at 0 sanity, it still wouldn't hunt me. So I think what we'll do is go ahead and grab that Ouija board, go lower our sanity. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm already close to 0. So I can ask it some silly stuff like, how did you die? I guess that's not so silly. You drowned. How old are you? How old are you? 8? 87. That's pretty damn old. We already got the bone. Are you friendly? Are you friendly? Are you friendly? Fuck you. I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Alright, hide and seek. Hide and seek. Did it give up on me in the middle of talking to it? Hide and seek. Thank you. Alright, now we'll get a hunt. Alright, it's hunting. We're gonna listen for the footsteps when it comes up and look at the blinks. I don't think those are Oni blinks. I don't think that was Jinn movement speed either. Alright, here, have that. I gotta go. So I don't think that's Jinn. I don't think that's Oni. Definitely don't think it's Oni because we never got a frickin' event the whole time we were down there. Onis love their events, so that would make sense to me. Excuse you. There we go. Alright, so the next thing I want to do oh, nice. Rocking chair. 3-star interaction photo. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. See if we can get a ghost photo. So now, I'm going to hold on to the smudge, and we're going to stay in the basement. And we're going to see if any of these crucifix get eaten while I'm down here. Since I was far away, I can't tell if it was slightly fast because of the acceleration that ghosts get when they have line of sight on you. But if we get another hunt, it should be pretty clear if it's the twins, because I should be able to walk away and hear without it having line of sight on me if it's a little bit fast or a little bit slow. Now, I did use a smudge at the very end of, not the very end, but like halfway through that hunt, so it can't hunt us right now. There is a 90-second wait period after a ghost gets smudged before it can hunt again. And that continues through the hunt. So if you do it right at the start of a hunt, and it's a 1-minute long hunt, then that means you've taken 1 minute off of it, and there's 30 seconds where it can't hunt again afterwards. Now, normally, there's a 25-second grace period, but that just makes it last a little bit longer, if that makes sense. Sorry if I'm, like, dumping information on you. But basically, anytime you smudge a ghost, a little 90-second timer starts, and they cannot hunt you until that 90-second timer's over. For a demon, it's only 60 seconds. For a spirit, it's a whole 3 minutes. But I'll tell you right now, I should be huntable. I feel like it's been a minute and a half since I smudged it up there in the garage. So I feel like everything's pointing to this being a shade. Now, if we wanted to test this, what I'm going to do is walk upstairs and see if one of these crucifix gets eaten right away. Because a shade can hunt if you're not in the room with it. But it will still eat the crucifix first. So I'm going to come up here, turn on this light, and we'll know it ate the crucifix if the lights go out. Be patient. Oh, look, it moved the mannequin up here. I didn't even notice that. Now this is a little bit of a test of patience. Again, if it's the twins, then we're going to hear the 2 different movement speed of the feet. I'm going to turn this on so I have a looping place to go. Maybe my sanity wasn't low enough? I feel like I sat in the dark for a pretty long time. Well, here, I'll just sit in the dark more, and we'll wait. Maybe I shouldn't have, I should have asked where it was. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we know we're in hunt territory, because it just ate a crucifix, so we know we can be hunted. That's an important thing. So I'm going to go down there again. Now the important thing is going to be if it eats a crucifix while we're in the room with it. Can you show yourself? If it eats this crucifix while we're in the room with it, then we know it's the twins. If we sit down here and nothing happens, even though we know we're in hunt territory, then it's a shade. And I'm already feeling like it's a shade. So at this point, notice how it's doing nothing down here. Every time we've come down the stairs, there's been an EMF 5, multiple things have been thrown. It was doing stuff, and then we come down into the room, dead quiet. Nothing happening. And even now, we waited a bit upstairs. I'll wait a little bit more. But I'm fairly certain this has to be a shade. If it wants to hunt us really bad, what it would do is roam upstairs and start a hunt there, since I'm not in the room with it, nor do I have crucifix. Also, since we're playing on nightmare mode, there is the chance that the ghost will change its favored room. So if it ever changes from the basement to a different room, there's a possibility that we'll have to move our setup. But right now, I don't think there's a way it's not a shade. I'm a little bit sad because it's really hard to get a ghost photo with a shade, because we need an event, and I didn't have a cursed object that guaranteed that. So I'm just going to grab this burnt crucifix photo, and we're going to move on. Let's see if it eats one right away. Well, it can't hunt when I'm out of the house. Well, if it's something that isn't a shade, I'm going to be really sad, because that just means it was a super passive ghost. But everything about that, to me, points to a shade. So let's see if we're right. There we go. Annoying little bugger. I do not like shades. They're so passive. They're so annoying. But we did get a perfect investigation bonus just because we filled up our inventory with salt. Let's go ahead and go to Willow. I feel like most of you that are trying to learn how to play Phasmo by watching these, you're going to play on either Willow or Tanglewood a lot. If you're brave and you're not doing that, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Truly and honestly, I'm not being sarcastic. But I know a lot of people just like to play Tanglewood over and over again so that they know the layout. So we're just going to do Tanglewood and Willow for these. Alright, oh, we got a music box to start. I love that. I can get guaranteed... Oh, and a door touch. Which door was that? This door. Cool. Alright, well, I'll get the breaker in a minute. Whenever I have the chance to get evidence in nightmare mode, well, really any mode, I'm going to do it. And since that's a door touch, I'm going to grab my UV light. I'm going to grab a camera, a thermometer, and a UV. I'm changing it up because I want to make sure it's a hallway ghost or a bathroom ghost. Whenever it touches a door, that means it could be on either side of those rooms. It sounds like a bathroom ghost, but okay. I don't see fingies. It is cold. Do I have orbs in there? Look at the size of this fucking screen. If you watch the weekly video, you'll know that that tier 1 camera, oh my gosh, it's so small. Alright, let's drop this in here, grab my camera. Let's go looking for the breaker and... Oh, well, there it is. Got it. And a hiding spot. No tubs, no rack. I'll turn this on. Turn this on. So I'm fairly certain it's not an Obake just because we didn't get UV on the door, but you can't rule it out right away because of that, due to the Obake having the ability to hide its fingerprints. It's got something like a 25% chance to not show them. So wait until you get a couple opportunities. The only thing that doesn't count for is the salt. If you put salt down and it steps on it, it can't hide its footprints. It has to show those delicious, delectable little salt-crusted feet. So don't worry about that. But if you get like multiple door touches and none of them leave fingerprints, you can be pretty certain it's not going to be an Obake. Alright, let's get our dot in there. Turn off the shower as well. I'm going to press the button when it's fully extended. There we go. Book down. Where are you? Are you here? How old are you? Where are you? Wouldn't it be just Phasmo if I had 2 shades in a row? Wouldn't that just be so Phasmo? At least this time I can get the ghost photo. We've got that going for us, which is nice. Let's see what our optionals are. We've got Firelight and Repel. I can get a candle in there pretty fast. Dots. Still don't see orbs. I think we're pretty good on it not being a mimic, but I'm not going to strike that out yet. Candlelight. I'm just taking a little safety Jesus in there in case we got ourselves a demon or a Fae. Or a mimic that's trying to be a demon or a Fae. Really anything that isn't nice. Alright. Oh, it wrote in the book. Hell yeah. Alright, ghostwriting. That's an evidence. Oh. Well, it walked through both of those and no feet. Definitely not an Obake. Definitely not a Wraith. And it blew out the light. Boom. Boom. Should be Disturbed Salt. Disturbed Salt. Alright. That's one objective down. What is our last piece of evidence going to be then? Would you be an EMF 5? I guess I can try talking to it again. Where are you?
From behind.
Cool. From behind. Alright, Diogen, Moroi, Mare, Poltergeist, Spirit. Just seeing if a Mare would do that for me. Alright, Poltergeist. We know what we do for a Poltergeist. We got a lovely, lovely pile of filth over here, Dennis. We're just going to drop everything there. Set up our Polty pile. We have a music box, so we can drain our sanity before getting the ghost photo to help with the Moroi. So we've got that. So poltergeists, when they hunt, they throw things more often and further away. So by stacking up as many throwables in one place as you can loop it around, you'll see them like just go flying to the corners of the room. Whereas everything else, like every other ghost, you'll see like one item thrown, then wait a second. He's just singing. Nice. 3-star ghost photo. Hell yeah. Alright, thanks, buddy. Very cool of you. Let's go get... Well, I don't need to use the music box anymore for the ghost photo. That's fantastic news. We got ourselves a 3-star ghost photo without it, which means we can just use it for sanity drain. Which will be nice for the Moroi. Now we just need to repel when it's chasing. So I'll grab 2 of you and a crucifix. We aren't getting any more evidence because we're on nightmare mode and we got 2. So I think it is time for us to start a hunt and then get some of these tests done. Now I've got a little timer here for the spirit. If you remember what I said in the last one, a spirit when smudged can't hunt for 3 minutes. Every other ghost, it's 1.5 minutes. For a spirit, it's 3 minutes. And then for all of our other photos, I'm just gonna put that down. I'll get another salt later, but right now I just wanna... I'm gonna put this here just in case it wanders out to me. And let's drain our sanity. So while you're in hearing range of the music box, your sanity drains. If it starts a hunt while the music's playing, you'll hear it break. So I'm just draining my sanity, and we're gonna hear the footsteps of this ghost. If I need to hide, I'm gonna run to the very far back room. And this is just to stop it from roaming towards me. Okay, it's hunting. That's not a Moroi. It's not a Diogen. It's throwing stuff. Alright, I'm gonna lead it towards our... Hey, ghost! Ghost! Ghost? Ghost! Ghost? I waited too long. Ghost! Hey, ghost! Where are you? Dang it. I waited too long. Alright, well. We know we're at really low sanity. We know it's not a Diogen and a Moroi. I could renege on the Moroi choice later if it does sound like it speeds up, but I feel like it should have been fast already. Morois get faster the lower your sanity is. So now what we're going to do is wait for a hunt, right? That's a problem. Photos. It's an interaction. Burnt crucifix. Why is that a 2-star disturbed salt? Get rid of that. Two-star disturbed salt photo, my ass. My aching ass. Oh! Almost burnt my hand off there. Would have preferred that to be a... Oh, well. It's burnt anyway. Alright, let's set up our poltergeist situation here. I guess I could have taken a dirty water photo, but whatever. And then we're going to run back here to Goat Desk. It's a pretty good hiding spot. It's not perfect. Sometimes you will have the ghost walk in on you. But let's see if you're a poltergeist. Now, ghosts have this thing called acceleration, where most of them, if they don't have some other speed modifier on them, when they have line of sight, they will progressively get faster and faster. However, if they just sense you, like hear your voice or your electronics, they'll still go to you, but not accelerate. So if you really want to be good at looping ghosts, what you want to do is crouch and be out of line of sight, but leave your flashlight on so that they're still trying to take the quickest path to you. And then that way you can reliably loop them without them getting any faster. If they see you a lot, then they're going to get faster and faster, and then you can only loop them like once or twice before you make a break for it. And then it's going to be hard to hear how fast their footsteps are if there are any of the ghosts that get faster or slower. So like right now I said I'm going to listen for Moroi footsteps because I know my sanity should be particularly low. It started the hunt from the basement. Alright. Alright, we're looking for it to throw things. I don't think this is a poltergeist. Alright, and now we're gonna run. Here, have that. Turn off my flashlight. I'm gonna hide here. And I'm gonna hit my little timer for the spirit. So I know it's not a poltergeist, and that didn't sound fast, so again, I'm going to say it's a Moroi. But now we've got spirit and mare. So how are we going to figure out if it's a spirit or a mare? Well, right now we've got that little timer going, and I've got another smudge in hand. So we're just going to see if it starts another hunt within that time limit. So if it's a mare, it can hunt in about a minute from now. If it's a spirit, it's going to be at about 2 minutes from now. So we got a little bit of time. Thankfully, I think that was a good explanation. If this was a poltergeist, all of this stuff would be gone here. Like, everything would be off this table. We looped it around 3 times. Some of this stuff did get thrown kind of far. But I would expect some things to be... Oh, that's from the first hunt. He kind of juggled this one up against the wall because I pulled everything else away. But I don't think that was poltergeist throws. We still have a lot of things on the table. But the length of the throw is kind of making me second guess myself. Because, I mean, that plate did go pretty far. Then again, after I smudged him, he doubled back this way. So he probably threw things that were already on the ground. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah, still. Alright, we are in mare hunting territory. We know we're not getting hunted because the front door is open. Did that light just flicker in there? Where are you actually at? I think he moved to the basement. Just because it did a hunt from the basement doesn't mean it's actually a basement ghost now. But this room's gonna be warm. This room is so warm. Oh, the basement's actually pretty warm. Oh, red light event. As soon as I walk down the stairs. Oh, and you're throwing stuff down here. Okay. I think this is a spirit, just because it hasn't hunted me yet, and I gotta be low on sanity. We're getting close to the time where a spirit could hunt. Do I have a hiding spot down here? Oh, bone. I completely forgot about bone. Alright, the spirit should be able to hunt very soon, if it is a spirit. Are you a spirit or are you a mare? All signs point towards spirit right now. Another little shadowy event. Anytime you hear them singing 1, 2, buckle my shoe or ring around the rosy, you know it's not a hunt. Those cannot be the sounds that ghosts make when they're hunting. So if you ever hear them sing those songs, then you know you're safe. You know that's just an event. Until the Phasmo devs change that. Alright, it's still not hunting me. Did I have this hiding spot? No. Just an event. Busted the light. Of course you would. And then you immediately hunt? I'm just gonna say spirit. This one's kind of tough. Whenever you have mare, spirit, oh, there's the hunt. Here he comes. Hide in my desk. If he comes in and goes to that side of the room, I'm gonna smudge him and run to the basement. The only time they can see you in this room is if they walk all the way into that side. You can, as soon as you see them over there, you can make a run for it and get away. I've done it a couple times, but it's kind of scary. Alright, I think it's a spirit. I think any reasonable person would say it's a spirit at this point. The only thing that makes me think it's a mare is that it changed rooms pretty quickly. It went from being in this bathroom to immediately going to the basement. And you usually expect them to go to one room and then the other. But a mare, if it ever has the light on in its ghost room, it's very likely to change ghost rooms. I flicked this one on just to test if it was a mare. And... oh, is it hunting again already? Yep. This is not a safe spot, but I have a smudge, so it's relatively safe. Hey, buddy. Here, have that. I'm out. Break line of sight. There we go. Alright. I didn't want to risk him walking straight into me, so I poked my head out to loop him around. I think we're dealing with a spirit. Is there a concrete way I could do this? I could. What we could do is grab a couple of sanity pills. We know that we're low. We're probably at 0 just because we used the music box. And what I could do is take 2 sanity pills and then turn the light on in the ghost room. And if it doesn't hunt me, then that means it's probably a mare. Because mares can only hunt in the light at 40%, and we would be at 50%. But in the dark, they can hunt at 60%, so just a little bit earlier. The problem is, it busted the lights in the basement hallway, so if its favored room is the basement hallway right now, the test doesn't really work. So right now, I'm just going to trust my timer, and I'm going to say spirit, and we're going to go to the next one. Or at the very least, you'll understand my reasoning and be forgiving if I get it wrong. It was a spirit. Well, there we go. A little bit of a 50-50 on that one. Not entirely comfortable with how that went. But we did... What did I do? Why didn't I get a perfect investigation bonus? Did I not finish out the book? I must not have finished out the book. Oops. I did all of the things. But hopefully that helps you. If you're dipping your toes into nightmare mode, I hope these videos give you an idea and a game plan of what you're doing. If you want to use the cheat sheet that the community uses, I'll leave that as a link in the doobly-doo so that you can click on that and use that for your own stuff, because all of these ghosts have their own abilities and you will need to understand them in order to play on nightmare mode. But if you at least get those first two pieces of evidence, two, the number 2, fingers, 2. Nope, never mind. We don't do fingers apparently. If you get the 2 pieces of evidence, you at least can narrow it down to just a couple ghosts, then use the cheat sheet to see what their abilities are, and then make a couple tests in order to check what ghost it is. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. Click that like button if this helped you, and subscribe to see more. And until next time, remember to take care of yourself and take care of those around you. Bye-bye.